Well, Double 1-8 Set Shadow here. We're only a few weeks away from the release of Set 8, Alter Chaotica, which is going to introduce a lot of older units, but being redistributed into different crafts than they're usually played in. In terms of pricing right now, pre-order wise, we're looking at boxes at 67, which, well, it's a pre-order, so that should be a given that they're usually a little more expensive than you'd expect. And when it comes to pricing on the cases, we're looking at $1,000 to start off there. The set releases on the week of February the 7th, so that gives us, what, I think 2 more weeks before it finally releases. 2 or 3 more weeks. Now getting into singles, let's go ahead and review some of the silvers from set 7. I was talking about how cards like Colorful Cook and other silvers especially, because of the lower amount that gets printed on the lower rarity end now, some of these are going to stay high for a longer period of time, especially once they get more support. Since cards like Colorful Cook are part of an archetype, in this case Natura, once we get more Natura support, which is definitely incoming, cards like this might see a resurgence, given that I don't think they get reprinted in the subsequent sets. Colorful Cook is one of the biggest examples right now, with 7 listings on the market starting from $2, and this one's market price originally started a little lower than $1, but it's now $1.70 after rebounding from the beginning of January. Lowest listing on the market is $2 right now, and they're mostly consolidated. They have a number of listings around 2, but most of the quantities that are available, well, I guess when you consider free shipping, they're closer to $3, but when you consider shipping added, they're closer to 2. Then another one, which is also part of Natura, is Desert Pathfinder. This is a gold card, currently at a base price of around $1.50 and 16 listings on the market, so this one's got a few. Market price on this one has fallen out. It was originally around $3, now it's just under 2. And in terms of consolidation for this one, we're looking at around $2.50. And in terms of non-free shipping options, there isn't really any heavy consolidation. So this card is still more of a $2 to $3 card. Machina doesn't seem to be as popular on the low end, though. Also because the mech gun wielder's a bronze as opposed to a silver. But it has 18 listings on the market, and this one is also typically a staple when it comes to Machina, so I definitely watch this one as we get newer support for Machina later. 24 cents on the base listing right now, and 18 listings on the market. Market price on this one has also fallen out, but it hasn't really been above $1 at all. 26 cents, and in terms of consolidation, the lowest listing has over 93 copies. So it's still very easy to pick up. Trail of Light, thanks to set 7, has seen a pretty decent increase in value across its copies. While the promo that you got from the Showdown looks like it's the cheapest on the market, that actually has a high shipping tag associated with it and is actually closer to a $3 card, which is around the same price as the original printing from set 1, which is also around $3 for its base listing. The Glory Finder variant only has 1 listing from $4, and the alternate art that you got also as part of the shop challenge for this season's BCS is at $12 right now with only 3 listings, but a market price closer to 9. But with a market price closer to 9, it means the overall price is going up. Natura was going to increase this card's price, and it did as expected. On that same topic, the promo version of the Naturin Great Tree is now available on TCG Player, but no listings on the market as of now. To that same point, when it comes to promo cards on TCG Player right now, we still don't have any listings for any of the promos that you get as a part of the BCS promo packs. So, yeah, we're still not seeing enough support from TCG Player in terms of getting these listings up quickly. But the other problem is promos just don't move as much when it comes to this game in general, and we're going to go over a few promos to kind of illustrate that again. There are also the alternate art promos from the current shop tournament series, which are supposed to be Idolmaster, despite the fact that we are in set 7's format. So one of the biggest ones is Fumika Sagisawa, which is a good gold card from the Idolmaster set. It got a legendary promo reprint with an alternate art in the promo pack and is currently available for as low as $13.50. 8 listings on the market for this one, and it did have a high sale at $65, but we have a number of listings available right now for $13.50. So basically around a $14 card. One you will want to watch out for is Sweet Sentiments, which also comes in the main set as a foil as well. But just pointing out the promo, which is as low as $2 right now, we have a number of quantities that are available for $2. And the reason I say that this one is one to watch out for right now is because it's a 2-cost card. And Abysscraft is going to have a 2-cost variant deck with the coming of set 8. So this card might see a bit of a buyout there. Now talking about some other promos, like Demonic Strike, which was an entry promo if you qualified for last year's BCS regional for Shadowverse Evolve. Again, this was an entry promo, but because this regional was locked behind shop challenge victories, it was distributed in smaller quantities. So there aren't that many of these in circulation. Currently, the base price of this is $38 and 9 listings on the market, and the market price is around $23, but we just don't see volume on this one. Even if we take a look, the last one that sold was back at the beginning of December, and otherwise we only saw them sell in October for around $15, $16. Demonic Strike has not seen any play recently, not for quite a while, and with a number of cards that replace it in certain decks, yeah, this is more or less just a collector's item at this point. Something that is not moving that much either, but is still high in price, is the alternate art promo of Angelic Barrage. This is something that you only got at last year's BCS tournaments as well. Well, I guess I should say 2023's BCS, where you got it in free play. Angelic Barrage doesn't really see play either. 5 listings on the market right now, and from the looks of it, no volume. Yeah, this card hasn't sold since October, where its high point was around $14. Currently, all listings are at least $20 on the market, but I mean, playability-wise, this does not have any high utility right now, and it is available from set 1 for its original artwork. So, unless you really like this artwork, probably better just to wait it out and see what happens. Then you have the prior set of BSF tournament promos like Explosion, which was the biggest one to pick up beforehand because it was a generic that you could play across different Fable decks. But because Fable has fallen out, cards like this have just seen little to no value and far less volume as time passed. Now the card is a base of $24 and moves up to about $28, but the last time this sold was actually last month, but at the beginning, $25 a piece. And in terms of collectability, this card will definitely be something down the line, I suppose, assuming that there's a nostalgia aspect down the line for Shadowverse Evolve. Ogre Cap. This is a Dragoncraft support card from Uma Musume, and it is an Uma Musume card, but I just wanted to cover this and see where this is again. $3 for the base listing with 28 listings on the market, so very easy to pick up right now. And we're looking at no real consolidation, but every single listing is basically a $3 to $4 card on the first page, so very easy to pick up at this point. Cassiopeia, which has been a pretty good tech item for Natural Forest, and it could be a decent tech item for Puppet Forest coming up. Ultimately, this card is decently priced. $5 for its regular legendary. Super legendary is now around $8.50 for its base, and they're aligned with their market prices too. Even the ultimate rare is aligned. $69 is the base listing, and the market price is currently around $68. And the only one that has double-digit listings right now is the Super Legendary. But don't forget about the collaboration version, C2 Woodland Witch. This card is Cassiopeia, but with C2's artwork on it. And this one is actually cheaper and far more readily available. 350 is the lowest listing with 22 listings on the market. John the Ark is still pretty widely available and is still a good tech card in general for Havencraft, so I wanted to revisit where this is. So this also comes in Glory Finder, but overall the card is a pretty solid $3 and then moves up to just around 5 and above when it comes to the super legendaries. And if you want the ultimate of the Evo, this one is around $50 to pick up with 8 listings on the market. Then there's Dark John, which comes out of set 4 exclusively right now and is still easy to pick up. It's not one of those cards that you would play a lot of copies of, though, and currently has a price of around $2 to pick up the base as well as the Evo. The Super Legendaries, on the other hand, the base form is $5 for its base price, and the Super Legendary is actually more expensive at $9.50 for the Evo. But even so, all of them are basically less than $10, with the exclusion of the Super Legendary's market price being $11. Quan has dropped off quite significantly in value, but it's still a pretty solid deck to play. 27 listings on the regular Legendary at $8. The Super Legendary is now around $18, and the Ultimate has seen a massive drop off with a market price over $170, but a base listing that is now at $75. And our last card for today is Amataz, also from set 6 like Quan, where Fairy Rush is still a strong deck. It just has some consistency problems overall. But since it's not as popular as it used to be, Amataz has dropped off to $4-5 for its regular legendary. The super legendary is still up there though at $18 for its base price, which is just under its current market price of just over $19. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.